Good morning. This is the town of Spalding. I stayed at the pub way at the end there, and that was the cafe and general store. This is the, I think they call it a return servicemen's league. Good morning and welcome to day 18 of the Heysen Trail. It is raining, so I'm filming under my umbrella. So I had a full rest day today. The day before it was just 10 kilometres and my legs were still really sore. Tendons on mainly my left but a little bit on my right, so that's why I decided to have a rest day. And also the weather is meant to be absolutely awful, and it rained all day yesterday, heavily during the night. So it was a good decision. Yeah, my legs, still feel them a little bit, but we'll see. I need to warm up a bit. Very hard getting the motivation to get going this morning because it's raining again. Not heavy rain today though. And it's meant to be clearing later this evening, but showers for the next week. So not the hot, dry, arid South Australia I was expecting. So Spalding, absolutely amazing town. People were so friendly. The pub was great. Room $75, shared bathroom, but a good sized room. And they were really friendly. The food was good in the pub. And the general store cafe, great food. Yeah, really neat guys that run it. So, I really enjoyed my time. Didn't really want to leave, but I do have to keep walking and finish this trail. So, it is 26k to get to a water point, which is meant to be the most miserable campsite possible. So, finding a campsite after that, depending how I feel. Right, just walking through the town, trying to see where to go. Hey, we get a little pedestrian bridge. Dry underneath there at the moment, but I could see this would be a big river in summer. Patch of flowers in here, all closed up because there's no sun. There's some of the clearest signage for a town I've come across, which is good. So finally leaving the town and along here for a bit. I think we're going to be beside a canal, but I'm not sure. It's hard to know on this. The maps aren't as good as what I'm used to in New Zealand. I'm not sure if it's an older map, the base map that Far Out are using, but it doesn't show recent tracks or fence lines or anything like that. So that's why it's guesswork what's actually going to be happening. But I do know it will be overgrown grass and I'll get my feet wet. But we're not following the pipeline, we are heading up and following a fence line. Let's see, got that harvested, that one's still waiting. Farmers are starting to get worried about too much rain. These stuff, they need a bit of sun before they harvest it. Alright, at least it's nice and clear beside this fence line. Makes for a bit more pleasant walking. And we're now following the canal again on a wet, overgrown grass track. Just crossed over a road and we are in the Bundalare Channel Linear Park. Basically following along. And what's this? Heysen Trail greening program. Try and have some trees to break everything up. Nice. Right, continuing to follow the channel. It's raining on and off. Grass is wet. Oh, this is definitely a mental challenge on this trail to try and keep the motivation going. Hey, channel going across on a bridge. Not sure, this one doesn't seem to be leaking as much as that last one. Well, the rest that I had wasn't enough because both legs are hurting, and the right in particular. So I am going to keep walking until I hit the road and then hitch back to Stirling and try taking another couple of days off and see if that puts it right. But it's frustrating. I hate being injured. I get grumpy when I'm injured, and especially this one niggling that just isn't going away, probably because I haven't given it a decent rest. But yeah, so that's the plan. Walking along beside the road now. I'll keep going until the track actually comes out at the road. Not a lot of traffic, so it's going to be a pretty slow hitchhike. Oh well, such is life. The weather almost seems to be lifting slightly. Hasn't rained for about 5 minutes now. We are on a road, but it's such an old road that it's just there's not even anything under the feet now. It's just going through the grass. Long, wet, heavy grass, which is probably why my legs are sore. And very slight, the track underneath is a little bit slippery as well. Yeah, it's a low day. Just zero motivation. So just got to get to where the trail meets the road. Oh, this is looking promising from that horrible long grass. Looks like we actually have a clear track for a little bit. About 2.3k till I get to the main road. It was nice while it lasted, but it's still clearer than it has been. It looks like it's about to start getting overgrown again. Now I'm fighting through this stuff. It's not easy to get through. Oh, yuck. And it's back to waist high grass. There's the view. Not really anything interesting. Rolling hills, crops and long grass. So, not quite sure how we get from here over there. These are quite tall pipes. I'll try and scramble up there, see if that'll get me over. The stile is here, but there's nothing to get up and over. There are actually steps to get me up and over. Up and down, up and down. Still a big step to try and get up, but better than it was. As I was doing the final little bit of walking to the intersection, I rang Fletch, the motel owner, to see if there was a room available, and he offered to come and pick me up, which was great. So by the time I got to the intersection, he was only about 5 minutes out. So I headed back to Spalding and had another 0 day.